grand rising, good people. Excuse me. I was drinking some water. What's going on, everybody? Before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Make sure it says all so that when I go live, you will get notified. Okay? Listen, I hope everybody's been doing well. As for myself, I'm doing great. All praise to the Most High Yah. I'm doing great. Listen, y'all. Now, I got some things I want to talk about. You know what? I'm going right into it. I cannot stand when people do stuff to you, right? And then you do something back to them. And then they start playing victim. All of a sudden now, they playing victim like they've been innocent through the whole process, right? And then they try to make you look like you the worstest person in the world, right? But they done did just as much stuff to you as you done did to them. I just can't stand that. I can't stand that. Like, if you can't have, my mother always told me, if you can't handle the heat, stay the hell out the kitchen. That's what my mother always told me. And I feel as though those are facts, words of truth. Because if you can't handle it, don't get involved with it. Don't mess with it. You see what I'm saying? But I can't stand when people do that. You know what I'm saying? They bother you and do stuff to you, but then when you bounce back, when you clap back, and the clap back is strong, right? The clap back is hard. They can't take it. So now they want to dig all into your stuff and just do all kinds of stuff that they ain't got no business doing, right? But they making excuses and reasons why they doing it. They trying to make it look like that the reason why they doing it it's a legit excuse or reason why they doing it, which is bull crap. And people know that it's bull crap for real. But everything you do comes back to you. Okay? When somebody do something to me, yeah, I be wanting to get them back. Cause I know my clap back is strong, right? But I don't. I have grown to a place where so I can brush you off. Cause I know that God will deal with you. Okay? I know that God will deal with you. So I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. But my thing is, if you know you done did something to somebody and they get you back, don't get mad. You shouldn't even get mad. And you shouldn't even want to clap back. Because you did something to them, they got you back, now let it go. And this is my thing also. You can't tell somebody when they should stop. Didn't nobody tell you when to stop while you was doing what you was doing, right? When you was bobbing and picking and melling with that person, didn't nobody tell you when to stop, right? And if they did tell you to stop, you kept going anyway, because that's what you chose to do. So when somebody clap back, how you gonna get mad and tell them they taking things too far and shit like that when you did the same shit to them? You know what I mean? You was meddling with them, picking and meddling with them. And while you was doing it, even if somebody told you not to do it, or, you know, even if somebody said, don't do that, that's not right, you did it anyway. So now that the clapback is strong, right? Now you want to try to straight up uh, destroy a person, right? And let me tell you this, it's not going to work in your favor. When you do stuff, calling yourself, trying to make excuses, right? You're trying to make it look like uh, that what you're doing it out of concern. But we all know that's bullshit. You see what I'm saying? We know that's bullshit. But that's what some people do. They try to do stuff, right? When they really want to get a person back, right? They try to do things and they make excuses for why they doing them, because they try to make it look like the what they're doing, they doing it out of concern. Okay, this is my thing though. Why did it take that person so long to do this? You see what I'm saying? Like, if you was really doing something out of concern, why did it take you so long to do it? If you was doing this out of concern, because we all know it's bullshit. Hey Tari, how you doing, baby cakes? It's good to see you. Thanks for tapping in with me. I appreciate it. You know, but that's what I'm saying. All this time, they never tried to do anything, like that. Like, they never tried to come up with trying to, do certain things to you. But all of a sudden now they want to try to destroy you. And they try to make it seem like they doing it because out of concern. Because they concerned all of a sudden. Which is bullcrap. And we all know it's bullcrap. But what you do come back to you. Everything you do come back to you. What's done in the dark comes to the light. Remember that. So while people trying to do stuff to destroy you, a lot of times it backfires. It backfires. And the way it backfires, you ain't gonna like it. So you gotta be careful what you be doing to people. You gotta be careful what you be doing to people. And see, some people think you don't know what they doing. See, that's the thing. That's why they come and they try to be innocent. They try to act like they innocent because they try to play like you don't know what they've been doing, right? Like, they think they've been hiding it, and they think don't nobody know, don't nobody know the crap or shit that a person been doing, and we know, what they be doing. We know it's not, you don't hide stuff that good when people don't know what you're doing. People know what you're doing when you do it. But some people think that don't nobody know. We must remember some people will feed you a lie just to see if you will eat it. That's right. That's right. We must remember it's better to give a person the sour truth rather than a sugar coated lie. That's true too. You know? But like, seriously, we know, like, people be thinking they hiding stuff, but you don't be hiding nothing. Because what you think you hiding, people already know. We People know what you've been doing. People know what you've done. But some people think they be being so sneaky. That's what tripped me out. People be thinking they being so sneaky when they do stuff. But people know. People see you. People see you. People see you and what you doing. And you be thinking, ain't nobody see you. Don't nobody know nothing. That's bullcrap. People see you and they know what you done. They know what you're doing. They know what you have done. Just because ain't nobody said nothing yet doesn't mean ain't nobody see you. Okay? Shit come out when you least expect it. When you least expect it, somebody gonna come out and say something. I'm telling you, that's how it works. The stuff that you think you done and you getting away with it and you think don't nobody know, watch. When you least expect it, it's gonna come right out. It's gonna come right out. And you're gonna be sitting somewhere looking 10 times stupid, like, damn, I didn't know. Oh my, I didn't know they knew that. Oh boy, I done messed up. But no, here's, here they are. Here's some people, try to play innocent after they done did all kinds of shit and think don't nobody know it. Then they gonna turn around and try to play innocent. And while you calling yourself clapping back, guess what? A whole lot of shit gonna come right out that you least expected. It's gonna come right out. A whole lot of stuff gonna roll right out because you think that you done stuff, and you think you so slick with it and so sneaky with it. Don't nobody know nothing. Oh yeah, and it's gonna come right out. It's gonna come right out. Everything that you was doing, it's gonna show. It's gonna reveal itself. That's what I'm talking about. See, some people don't believe that. They believe they could do all kinds of stuff and get away with it. Yeah, but you don't be getting away with it though. That's the crazy part. And then you turn around and want to play innocent, like you ain't did nothing to nobody. Mm. Then you want to play innocent, and you want to run around and talk to people like you ain't did shit. Please, okay, go ahead and play innocent. Watch what happened. Watch what happened. My thing is, be able to handle the heat. If you're playing around in the kitchen, be able to handle the heat. It's just that simple. Be able to handle what you put out there. Be able to handle it. That's all I'm saying. But that really do. That irks me sometimes when people try to play innocent after they done been doing all kinds of shit. Now all of a sudden they innocent. They want to play innocent. Everybody is picking on them, and everybody is bothering them. Now they want to play innocent. I tell you. I tell you. Sometimes when people not bothering you, you better off leaving them people alone. Seriously. Because sometimes people open up a can of worms that they ain't ready for. Seriously. Some people open up that can of worms they ain't ready for. And then when they open them up, now now they go into a place where they want to, you know, play innocent. And the pity party comes and stuff. And then they want to play innocent. When folks not bothering you, it's best that you leave things alone. Really. And I'm gonna tell you something else. When you doing crap ball shit to people, it ain't gonna never turn out right. It never turns out right when you doing crap ball stuff to people. Seriously. When you doing crap ball stuff to people, it never turns out right. It don't. It don't. What ends up happening is that same shit that you try to come at people with ends up backfiring on you. When you doing crut ball stuff, it never turn out right. When you trying to destroy someone else, it never turns out right. I'm telling you, it don't. It never turns out right. And you end up messing yourself up for trying to destroy someone else. I'm telling you, some people just need to get a grip. And you know what? I see some people that's my age and stuff, you know, doing stuff like that. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. When do you make a choice? When do you decide to make a choice and a decision to grow up? To grow up, to become a better person. When do you decide to do that? When do that become a part of your life? Is to want to change and become a better person. Because if you are over the age of 35 and you still doing fuck shit to people, you really need some help. Seriously. And I'm going to give you 40. I say over 35. I'll give you 40. And you still doing, doing crutball stuff to people. You need help. We must remember every wolf will eventually come out of its sheep's clothing. That, hey, some of them will, some of them will, some of them won't. Like, seriously, like, when do we grow up? When do we grow up and decide that we want to be better people and we want to do better? Like, when does that ever take place in some people's lives? Because at some point in your life, if you are over the age of 35 or 40, at some point, you should make a choice and a decision to want to grow up and be a better person. Like, seriously. And especially the ones that got children, because your children pick up the stuff that you do. You be thinking they not watching. You be thinking they not looking. They see everything that you do. But some people think that their children don't see nothing. And then as they get older and they start doing the stuff that you doing, and you sitting there looking at them talking, where did you get that from? You, because they was looking and listening. That's why some of our children catch on to that stuff. And they end up, as they get older, as they become 12, earlier than that, 10, 5, shit. Because you see some of these kids on social media twerking and stuff and smacking each other on the ass. And they look like they ain't no more than what, 5, 6 years old. But that's because they get it. They see their mothers do it. Mm-hmm. And so they do it. And then some of these parents are set back and act like, where did you get that from? Stop playing. You know where they get it from. You just be thinking they not looking, they not watching. They see everything. Kids are very, very smart. And they see everything. The very thing that you think they don't see, they see it. They see it. That's how they learn it. That's how they pick it up. Because they see you do it. But that's the problem. Some people don't want to hear it. Just like when some people be on social media and they be talking all crazy out their mouth and talking about people and picking and meddling and stuff. And then when your child start doing that same shit, then you in there telling her, you don't need to be doing that. Girl, where did you get that mess from? You need to cut that mess out. No, they got it from you. What are you talking about? They got it from you. Don't get mad at them because they seen you on social media doing the same shit. So they figure they can do it too. My mother up here doing it So why can't I? See, some of us parents think that we hiding stuff, right? That we they some of us think that we hiding stuff from our children, and our children don't see this, and they don't see that. They see everything. A friend of mine told me, right, that her child came to her. Now her child grown now, but one of her children came to her and told her, "I heard you upstairs with Mr. So and so. I heard y'all up there." She said, "Girl, I didn't know what to say." She said, "I was standing there with my mouth hanging open." And I can only imagine. I bet she didn't know what to say because I would have been the same way. I would have been standing there with my mouth hanging open. Talking about, huh? What? What? I would have been the same way. Excuse me, y'all. Hmm. I would have been the same exact way if that was me and one of my children came up with me and told me they heard me in the bedroom with Mr. So and so. I would have been like, what? I probably would have fell out on the floor. I probably would have fainted. But that's what I'm talking about. And this girl said this to her after she grown. She still remembered that as a kid. She remembered hearing her mother in that room with that guy and kept that to herself till she got grown and told her mother one day, "I heard you in the room with Mr. So and so one day. I heard y'all in the room." Okay? So stop thinking that your kids don't see nothing. They don't hear nothing. Okay? And then you got some people don't give a damn if their kids hear you or no or not. You got some parents just don't give a damn. They don't care if the kids hear you, hear them, or see them. They don't care. They just don't care. They don't care. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm looking at this show called The Oval by Tyler Perry. And that show is crazy. It really is. It's twisted. It's so much twisting and turning in it. I'm serious. But I've been looking at it. Somebody had turned me on to it because I don't look at a lot of TV no more because I just don't. I got my personal reasons why, but I don't look at TV like that like I used to. But somebody told me about it and I checked it out and it seemed to be pretty good so far. But some of the stuff that's going on in there is true shit. It's true shit. Seriously. Like the parents not liking their children and stuff. It's true. One is even the parent killing the first lady and the president got two kids, a boy and a girl. Now one of the girls, they sent the girl off somewhere to some school or somewhere. The boy, he done became a serial killer. And somebody told her, if you don't get him some help, he gonna turn into a serial killer. Damn if he didn't. Damn if he didn't. Because he was running around the White House and people would catch him running across naked and stuff, playing with his stuff, walking around the White House. Some of the maids would catch him like that. Somebody visiting would catch him like that. And the one of the ladies that was bringing her dresses to put on, right, doing her wardrobe, told her, if you don't get him some help, he's going to turn into a serial killer. Well, damn, if shortly after that, he didn't start killing people. Killed the maid, killed the girlfriend that his father was messing with. And then the mother eventually killed him. He jumped off the roof and landed on a car. And he had been unconscious. They say that he was doing better. Okay, that he was trying to wake up. Well, the father went to see him and stuff, was sitting in there with him. He left out because the mother came in and they could never get along. And The mother came in, and so the father left out. And the mother poisoned him. She gave him something, and it killed him. I think she gave him some type of drug or something, because she said she ran out there being fake and stuff. Talking about, he started foaming at the mouth. And so the father grabbed her and he said, "What did you do? What did you do?" She said, "Hug me, hug me, hug me, hug me." And just, told him to play, play his part. Like he was, holding to her because she was spazzing out and stuff. That show is so crazy. But a lot of it's some stuff that go on in there that goes on in real life. I mean, a lot of that stuff that go on in there goes on in real life. And when you look at it, a lot of the stuff that goes on happened in the White House. All of this stuff is going on in the White House, right? And I said, looking at that show, is probably a lot of this stuff probably actually goes on in the White House. I would not be surprised, for real. But if y'all get a chance, check it out. It's called, some of y'all probably already looked at it. It's called The Oval. But it's crazy. But she went in there and killed her son because she said if he wakes up, he's gonna talk, and we all going down. She sure did. She went in there and killed her own son. Sure did. Killed her own son. I'm like, what in the hell? If the dog hasn't bit you all this time, don't like it. That's right, Tar. You know, at some point in people's lives, and some point in our lives, we have to get to a point where as though we start being better people, right? We should. Let me put it like that. Let me take that back. Let me rephrase that. We should get to a place where as though we should want to become better people. But everybody not on that page. Everybody not into that. Everybody don't want that. Some people wait until, say, they take sick or something, then they want to change their life, right? Or something tragic happened, then they decide they want to change their life. You know, my thing is, I wouldn't wait till then. I would be trying to put myself in a better position now. I wouldn't want to wait until I got sick or something tragic happened, and then I want to decide to change my heart and change for the better. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though you should get on top of that now. Because, first of all, we are near the end time. And I know some people don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay if you don't want to hear it. That's fine. We in the end time, though. I'm going to tell you anyway. And what I mean by the end time is that the Most High Yah is moving. And he's moving pretty swift. And you may wake up one day and don't get a chance to become a better person. Okay? This is what I'm trying to say. You may wake up one day and don't become a better person. Don't have time. Don't get a chance to change your life and become a better person. You may wake up one day and don't get a chance to repent and become a better person. So many of us, we take things for granted. I know people right now today that think they wake up because they supposed to wake up. And I'm here to tell you, if you woke up, you should be praising them and thanking them for allowing you to wake up. See, some people take that for a joke. They take that for, they take it for granted. And let me tell you something. I done seen it time and time again where people just slip away like that. Within a blink of an eye, they gone. My brother, we just buried my brother. Okay? It's going on a month. But we just buried my brother. And my brother slipped away from here so fast. Like, I had just talked to him the day before, twice on the phone. And one something in the morning, my phone rang. And it was his son calling me, my nephew, saying he was gone. He slipped away from me just that fast. Just that fast. So if you think that you got control over you waking up, I suggest that you think again. I thank the Most High Yah every day that I open my eyes. And he gives me another chance at life. I thank him all the time. But some of us, we got a lot of us that's waking up, but we have a lot of us that's still sleeping. And for people of color, we are not supposed to be into these religions. We are religious, not religion. If you start reading the word will set you free. The word will set you free. Because some of the stuff I've read that came to me like I've been knowing it all my life. Seriously. Some of the things that I have read out the Bible was like, it was mind blowing. It was stuff that I, like I had been reading, like it was like I had read it before somewhere. It was like I read it before somewhere. Seriously. I, I don't know if I told y'all this, but I read the Bible one day and I read my whole story in the Bible. I've read my life in the Bible. The things I had went through in my life in that Bible. It was mind blowing. It was mind blowing. I get chills now when I talk about it. It was really mind blowing. But we too caught up in listening to people talking about that's the problem. You need to put that Bible down. That's the problem right there, that Bible. Find out for yourself what it's all about. Stop listening to people who tell you what you need to do and what you don't need to do. Find out for yourself by picking it up, reading it. Because I'm telling you, it's going to blow your mind the way it'll change your life. And we all need it. We all need that word. That word is in our DNA. That's why some of the things I read, it's like I read it before or I heard it somewhere before. Because the Most High Yah let you know it's in our DNA. We just got to connect back to it. That's all. But that's the truth right there. If you start reading the word will give you the truth about yourself. You just got to start with reading it. You got to tap into it. But some of us don't want to do that. And y'all do know it's a such thing called Judgment Day. Oh, I know. Some of y'all think it's phony, it's fake. It's fake. I know y'all do. Some of y'all think that. But there is a such thing called Judgment Day. All I'm saying is, at some point, when do you make that change? When do you make that change? Because only you can do it. Can't nobody do it for you. You got to do it for yourself. But it can be done. I'm a living witness. It can be done. All praise to the Most High Yah. I am a living witness. That's right, Terry. You know? But we all have a judgment day. So it's up to you what you do with it, with your life. It's all up to you and what you do with your life. And you know what? The problem for a lot of us is that we don't love ourselves. And one thing for certain and two for sure, when you don't love yourself, it's how the heck you gonna love somebody else? How you gonna say you love God, but you can't love your brother or your sister? You can't love your children right. You can't love your mother right. You can't love your father right. If you can't love yourself, it's impossible for you to love others. I be listening to some people saying they love they love this person, they love that person. But then when you watch them, they don't love themselves. You gotta love you first before you can say you love somebody else. You gotta love yourself. I'm a firm believer that if you don't love yourself, how you gonna love other people? How can I go to somebody and tell them I'm in love with them or I love them, right? And then turn around and treat myself like the scum of the earth. Just do all kinds of different things to myself that's not right. How can I do that? If I'm telling somebody else I love them, I gotta love me first. You got to love you first. It's impossible for you to go and love someone else, but you don't love yourself. And some people don't believe that, but let me break it down right quick for you when I say that. Because I can go to, just as an example, say for instance, I go to Tari. Tari's the guy on here with me. And I say to Tari, I love you. I'm in love with you. And I do good things for Tari, right? But Tari treats me like shit. Tari walks over me, you know, just treat me like trash. Right? That's a that's an example of me not loving me. Because even though I tell him I love him and I do nice things for him and this, that, and the other, I'm not supposed to allow nobody to treat me like trash when I'm being good to them. But I'm allowing it because I say I love him. But that's a big example of me not loving myself. And you must always love yourself before you love anybody else. It's just impossible. If you don't know how to love you, how are you going to love somebody else before you can love yourself? That means you're going to allow people to treat you like trash. You're going to be good to people. You're going to be good to someone else, but you're going to allow them to treat you like trash. That's not loving yourself. That's not loving yourself. It all starts with you. And you have got to learn to love you before you can learn it, before you can love anything else. You have got to learn how to love you. Once you learn how to love you, it makes it very easy for you to love other people. But as long as you got a lot of stuff going on with you, within you, you got to clean all that stuff out. You got to get all that clean. You got to cleanse yourself out. You got to get all that stuff out, all them skeletons out your closet. You got to get, everything that don't belong in there. You got to get it out. You got to deal with your hurt. You got to deal with your insecurities. Because those things keep you from loving yourself. You know how when people been violated when they was little, those things keep people, if you don't deal with those things, you end up turning it around. That's baggage that you end up turning around that keeps you from loving you. It hinders you. That's why you got to deal with those things. You got to deal with those things so you can set yourself free. It's just that simple. You got to deal with it so you can set yourself free. That's the problem with so many of us. We're hurt, we're broken, we're damaged. And we don't deal with that shit. We just let that shit, we just hold on to it. We hold on to it. That's all we do. We just hold on to it. And we keep it as a secret. That's your little secret. And you keep it buried within you. And while you keeping it buried within you, it's feeding off of you. It's feeding off of you. And that's why you can't let it go. Just like you holding on to it, it's holding on to you. And when you get into a relationship, all kinds of shit gonna come out of you. Because you holding on to all that stuff, that damaged stuff in you. You holding on to it. So when you try to pursue a relationship, all that stuff gonna creep out. It's coming out one way or another. And you're gonna mess up your relationship because of you being damaged and broken and carrying that stuff around in you. You're gonna mess up your relationship. You might come across a good guy or a good girl, or good man, good woman, whatever you want to say. But if you are messed up on the inside and you got a lot and you're broken and you're damaged, how you going to keep a relationship? It's impossible. Unless you look up and you get a good guy or a good woman that's willing to try to help you through those things. You got some people that's like that. They good-hearted people, and they will stay with you and try to help you work that stuff out. But that's not all the time. That's not all the time. It doesn't happen all the time. Some people don't want to deal with that. They don't feel like raising you. And when I mean raising you, they don't feel like, picking you, trying to help you pick yourself apart and redo yourself. They don't feel like that. Some people don't want to be bothered with all that. And once some people see where you're broken and damaged, they don't want to be bothered. You can't get mad with them, but it's the truth. Some people don't want to be bothered with that. And it's not their place. Let's be clear about that. It's not their place. It's not their responsibility to make you right. It's not their responsibility to, help you to become a better you. Help you to learn how to love you. It's not their responsibility. That's something that you're supposed to do for yourself. That's something you do for yourself. It's not up to other people to help you do that. But that's the problem with a lot of you. A lot of people is broken and damaged, man. It's sad. And they don't want to put the work in to make themselves a better person. But don't get mad with other people because they willing to put the work in so they can become better. Don't get mad at other people. You could do the same thing if you wanted to do it. It's a process, but it can be done. It can be done. And I love to see people do it because it just gives me more energy to keep doing what I'm doing. I love to see people do it, change their life and stuff, become better people, start loving on themselves. I love to see that shit. I really do. Because it makes me keep going, keep pushing forward, keep pushing forward. Some people, I talk to some people, they can't even be by themselves. But guess what? They can't even keep a relationship either because they got so much stuff going on within themselves. They can't do it. It ain't in them. They mess up everything that they get into. Every relationship they get into, they mess it up because they're broken and damaged. And everything that they touch, they mess it up. I know some women like that, and I know some men like that. And they working on themselves. They working on it. It's a beautiful thing to see it. To see the change, to see them trust the process and make the changes that they need to make. It's a beautiful thing. But I'm getting ready to get off here, y'all. I love y'all. I didn't mean to stay on here this long. I love you guys. Thank y'all for tapping in with me. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure the notification bell is on so that when I go live, you will get what? Notified. Terry, it was good to see you. And I'm going to try to come back on here later, y'all. I really want to come back on here later so I can talk to y'all for a while. You know, just shoot the gap and stuff. You know how we do. But I do. I want to come back on here later on, but I get busy, y'all. I gotta work something out with this channel. I do. I get busy, and I end up not being able to come back on like I would like to. A lot. Charlie say, let me read some of the comment. To anyone watching this video, Miss Lisa is a great blessing and true friend in my life. A lot of my most used life quotes have come from our genuine two-way conversations over the years. Two of my most impactful sermons have from her. Wait a minute, from two of my most impactful sermons come from her many genuine Bible studies. Miss Lisa, listening. Wait a minute, Miss Lisa, you helped me love myself better when you gave the advice. You can't change another person's eyes. You can only control what you present in front of them. What they choose to see is up to the question. Wait a minute, what they choose to see is up to the person. I think that's what you meant to say. The question is, when you look in the mirror, what do you see? Exactly. That is so true. And I ask people that all the time. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Because some people look in the mirror for looks. I ain't talking about your looks. I don't give a damn about your looks. You feel what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about your outfit. I don't give a damn about your shoes. When you look in that mirror, what do you see within you? What do you see in you? In you? Inside of you? That's the problem. Some of us, when we look in the mirror, we don't even look that far. We looking at our hairdo, or we looking at our makeup, or we looking at our clothes. You know what I'm saying? Some of us don't even go that deep. But when I say, when you look in the mirror, what do you see? That's what I want to know. What do you see in you, within you? I'm not talking about surface stuff. I'm talking about deep inside you. What do you see when you look in that mirror? Because let me tell you something. Whatever is going on inside of you, when you look in that mirror, you feel it and you see it. Because let me tell you something. When you look in the mirror, right? Whatever is going on inside of you, trust and believe me, you see it and you feel it. And it doesn't make you feel good when you look in the mirror. That's why some people you know, pay attention to their looks and their outfit, because they don't want to go no deeper than that. They don't want to go no deeper than that. They just want to touch the surface part. They want to look at the surface part of stuff. That's not going to help you. You got to go deep within you. When you look in that mirror, you got to go deep down inside you. And I'm telling you, you see it. When you look in that mirror, you see it. You don't want to see it. You just want to look at the surface part. But you feel it and you see it. I know you do, because I've been there. I've been there when I was getting high. And my looks had changed. And when I looked in that mirror, I seen it. And I felt it. And it was not a good feeling. It was not a good feeling. At all. See. But that's the problem, is that some of us don't want to look no further. We don't want to go, we don't want to get gut level. We don't want to go down into our inside. We want to touch the surface. We just want to look at how we look, how our hair look, how our makeup look, and shit like that. No, that's not going to help you become better. You got to go down deep inside of you when you look at that mirror. When you look in that mirror, you got to look and say, what do I really see? What am I really feeling when I look at the mirror? When I look in that mirror and look at the person looking back at me, what do I see? What do I feel? That's what you got to ask yourself. What do I see? What do I feel when I'm looking back? When that person looking back at me in the mirror? I've been there. I know what I'm talking about. And guess what? I got to that point where it's though, I was looking at the surface part of me, right? I already knew what I felt. Already knew when I looked in that mirror what was looking back at me. Okay? I already had went in the inside, down in the inside. It wasn't a good feeling, so I had to cut it off and just look at the surface part of me. Look at my hair. Look at my nails. The clothes I had on, the new fresh tennis. I made it about that. I made it about the physical. Because what I was feeling down inside me, I wasn't ready to face that. I wasn't ready for that. I was not ready for that. Huh. Let me tell you something. I wasn't ready. Shit. I'm telling you some good shit. I was not ready for that. When I looked in the mirror, oh my God. Woo! I was not ready for that. So what did I do? I made it about the physical. I made it about my clothes. I made it about my hair, my nails. That's what I made it about, because those were the things that made me feel good. I didn't want to go deep down. I didn't want to go deep down because those things wasn't making me feel good at the time. I would start to go deep down, and then I cut it off. I would cut it off, and I would finish putting on my clothes and getting fresh. Then I would go back and look in the mirror and check my clothes out, my shoes, my fresh tennis, and my hair all done up, and my nails done. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, because those things made me feel good. But deep down inside, I didn't feel good about myself. Oh no, I did not feel good about myself. And guess what? As time went on, I stopped looking in the mirror. Did I? Oh, I stopped looking in that damn mirror. Because what I seen wasn't pretty. What I felt wasn't pretty. The shit that I was feeling, it wasn't a good feeling. So I had got to the point where as though I would duck in front of the mirror and keep on going. And then I got to a point where I stopped going to the mirror. I would just take and look down at myself once I got my clothes on. I would just look down at myself. And I'm good. Pat my hair to see if it was in place. I didn't want to look in that mirror. I didn't. Because it was nothing that felt good. I didn't feel good about anything. I had got to that place where I didn't feel good about me. So what was the point looking in the mirror? Because what was looking back at me was hurt, disappointment. Oh man, I was broken. I was damaged. I didn't see nothing positive in that mirror. Nothing. I ain't see a damn thing positive in that mirror. I was hurt. I was broken. I was damaged. I was, oh man. Woo! So much was going on within me that I couldn't see nothing pretty in that mirror at that time. See, let me tell you something, and I'm getting ready to get off of here. Let me tell you something. Thank you, Tari. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm telling you all, I can keep y'all on here longer. But I'm saying one thing that you have to do is be honest with yourself. Okay? That's the best healing medicine that you could ever get. Is just be honest with yourself. Right? When you start feeding yourself lies and stuff, you're just making the things worse. You're just making things worse. You're not making it better. You're making it worse. Be honest with yourself. That's one of my healing processes, was looking in that mirror and being honest about myself. Right? I had to get naked. Get naked in the mirror. And when I say get naked, I'm not talking about removing all my clothes. I'm not talking about removing all my clothes. I'm talking about being honest with myself. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Trust the process. It's worth it. Because once you can look in that mirror and get naked, and that again, not taking all your clothes off, but I'm talking about just being able to be gut honest with yourself about what you feel when you look in that mirror at that person that's looking back at you. You got to be honest though. That's the only way it's going to ever work. You got to be gut level honest with yourself about yourself. You got to. And if you can't do it like that, then you find somebody you can talk to and be open and honest to. But holding on to that stuff and hiding it and stuff just makes you worse. It makes you worse. It does. It really do. You got to free yourself. You got to tell your story. Stop worrying about what somebody think. Stop worrying about what people gonna say. People gonna say what they gonna say. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If you take and free yourself so you can feel better, right? You're doing this to free yourself so you can feel better about you, right? You holding all that shit in, and it's got you feeling worse than worse than worse. Okay? But you holding it in because you scared that somebody gonna say or what somebody gonna think. Let me tell you something about that. People already talking about you. What are you talking about? People already talking about you. People already talking about you. That's what some people do. Talk about people. But the stuff that you holding on to is killing you in the inside. It's got you strung out on drugs because you holding on to that stuff and you don't want to tell it. And it's eating you up. That's why you're on that alcohol. Do y'all understand where I'm going at? You're on that alcohol because you don't want to free yourself. You don't want to free yourself. You rather keep carrying around all that baggage than to free yourself because you worrying about what somebody gonna say. They talking about your ass anyway. Free yourself so you can feel better. They gonna talk no matter what you do. Somebody gonna have something to say. Free yourself and let that shit out so you can feel better about yourself. So you can begin to love yourself and change your life around. I don't worry about what people say about me. I don't give a damn what people say about me. I tell my story. I done told my story. Why you worrying about what somebody gonna say about you? You walking around, you holding on to these dark secrets that's eating you up on the inside. And then you go and you get drunk, you drink the alcohol, you smoke the blunts, you do dope. Ain't no telling what else you're doing, popping pills or whatever, because you're trying to numb that feeling that you got because of the shit that you're holding on to. You're trying to numb it. A lot of times, some people go to the psychiatrist, right? You know what? They don't really be nothing be wrong with their mind for real, for real. You know what be happening? Because the things that they holding on to on the inside, the baggage, the dark secrets and stuff that they holding on to, it's making them very depressed. Very depressed. You ever seen somebody who start talking and can't stop and they just start crying real hard and stuff like that? Once they start getting that stuff out, it just start jumping out. and they be telling what happened to them when they was 10, what happened to them when they was 5, and oh man, they just start crying. Just crying, crying, crying hard. But all that stuff be coming out. All that stuff be coming out. Yeah, because that's they just freed themselves. They just freed themselves by opening up and telling what all that stuff they've been holding on to. Like seriously, like people be stuff be happening to people when they like 5, right? And like they be 35 and still holding on to that stuff. And that stuff be affecting their relationships, and everything. All kinds of their relationships, it be affecting them in so many areas of their life. That stuff be affecting people because they don't want to just open up and tell their story and free themselves. That's what the problem be. Open up and free yourself. I'm telling you. Tari saying Miss Lisa is talking about letting go of the emotional baggage in your life. Just that simple. Tari summed it up for you. Let go and let God. But that's the problem. A lot of people don't want to let it go. And it's messing up your life. It's keeping you in that dark place. Let it go and let God. I'm telling you. I love you all. I'm getting ready to go. I stayed on here a little too long. But I love you all. And yeah, I'm gonna try to come back on later on and talk about it. I'm a little hyped up today. So I think I might come back on here and give y'all another, sermon, I guess. It's just so much going on in the world, and we need some positivity. We need positive talks. We need to have those positive talks that we have, right? Because so many people are so negative, right? And I'm telling you, that negative energy, it rubs off on you. It really do. You need something that's going to lift you up and put you in a positive place. You really do. Whether it's music, whether it's some of those little motivational reels. Because some of them motivational reels, I'm telling you, be having me hyped. I'm serious. I be hyped off of some of them reels. I'm serious. The way they put it together and how they say it and stuff. I be hyped off of some of them things. I'm serious. But you got to find stuff today in life that will pick you up. I want my energy high. I like for my energy to be high. Seriously, I do. I do. That's why I like nothing but positive energy because I like to be hyped, of just life. You know, I really do. And that's what you got to do. You got to put stuff in your life that raise your vibration and not keep you in the dark place. You want things that's going to lift you up, make you feel better. I hope that some of y'all tap in to the sermon that we did today. I think it was very good. I really do. I think it was very good, and very motivational. Tari said, be like a utility company. Disconnect the negative and connect the positive. That's right. You have to. You have to, because if you keep all that dark energy around you, I'm telling you, that's what you're gonna start feeding on. You're gonna have yourself in a place where as though you're not gonna be feeling good unless you got some type of negative energy around you. Y'all never seen people that say, I want peace around me and stuff like that. They say that, but every time you look, they got a bunch of chaos and confusion around them. You ever seen a person like that? I see many of people like that, where they say, I need some peace in my life. But every time you look up, they got a bunch of negative stuff going on, or they gossiping, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's a cop out. That's a cop out. I'm telling you. And I stay away from people like that. Trust and believe. I be running the other way. I'm telling you. I do. I ain't saying it like I'm perfect. I'm not perfect, but I know what I want in my life. And I like positive energy in my life. And so that's what I do. I work hard at trying to keep positive things in my life. Seriously. But I love y'all. I'm gonna come back on here later on, y'all. I'm really gonna try to come back on here. I really am. What time? It's 8:55 already. I'm gonna try to come back on. I'm gonna try to. I ain't making no promises. But I know I really gotta get better with coming on here like I used to. But I'm gonna try to come back on here at least by 10 o'clock. I'm gonna set the when I once I get off here, I'm gonna set the live and stuff for 10. I'm gonna aim for it, y'all. Even if I don't stay long, I'm gonna aim for coming back on at 10 o'clock. I love you guys. Thank you for tapping in with me. Please hit the like button. Make sure your notification bell is on so that you will, when I come live, you'll get it. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace. Love you, Terry. Thanks for tapping in with me.